Jay LaRock, percent off collector, and we're here with another Transformers unboxing and review. And oh, this is a good one because we're going back in time. One of my favorite movies of all time is Back to the Future 2, and I have seen Gigawatt for a while, and I was like, you know what? The price been jumping all over the place. I've seen like 60, even 70. Then it was out of stock, and I was able to pick this up for a really good price. So I already know I'm happy to have it as part of my collection, but let's open this up and see if you'll like it as part of yours. Right, so we're gonna open up this Transformers Gigawatt from the Back to the Future. I think it's the, was it 35? It says 35 year anniversary. Man, I feel old. Oh my goodness. I was able to pick this up at on Amazon. I think it was. I was able to find it for 39 bucks. So that was really cool. So I mean, you can already see it's a DeLorean. We're gonna be opening that up, and I really like this line. I actually have a bunch of these, and I'm actually looking to collect pretty much most of them, and you'll already see that I have some other reviews, so check that out on the percent off channels, that you can see some of the other of the not combiners, but maybe the collaboration that they've done. So check out this box. It's really cool. I mean, it has the iconic flames when it's going back in time. I like the flash and everything like that. It has the stats, you know, kind of looks like the G1 box and everything like that. See that the Universal and Amblin, is it Amblin? Amblin Entertainment. So that is looking really sweet. And like I said, the front, the box, everything looks great. You know, I really like that G1 inspired box, and just looking at the DeLorean, and it just looks sweet. So without further ado, let's open this up. And apparently it's really easy to transform, because I guess it's also a G1 inspired transformation, which is good for me, because if anybody's seen my channel, my other reviews, first, thank you, but you know that I am terrible at transforming. I just ain't. It's just the truth. I admit it. I ain't gonna front like I'm not. So here it is in this plastic prison, but let me show you something else. Of course, it has that little white stuff, that little paper inside. It does have this little cool little background and the instruction booklet. So even after you're done, you still have the box. You know, I'm not a box holder anymore, just because I have way too much stuff to keep the box. But look, check this out. I really like this look, you know, that blueprint look and all that. Kind of looks like, is it the blackboard where in the scientist and the professor in his lab, where it shows like that? But I really like how it shows everything, the design, flux capacitor. I like how it has the gigawatt, 1.21 gigawatt. That's really cool. Flux capacitor, all that stuff. And like I said, it has the instructions here. Looks like, again, not hard to transform, but I'm probably still going to end up just doing the movie magic, just because I don't want you guys to watch me struggle bus on something that a child could probably do in 10 seconds, because that's just gonna hurt my own fragile ego. Let's get this out, because I've been dying. That's the only bad thing, is like I kind of went on a buying spree when I found like some really good deals, but I want to wait to do the unboxing for the videos. So what does that mean? It means that I end up having a whole bunch sitting there not opened, and I'm just staring at it. So I end up with all this cool stuff that I want to get to, but I can't. And oh man, I already just love that it has the little pole that they use, so that they were able to stick it here so it could get the lightning strike. That's a nice little touch. So I guess this is going to be at least from part 2, the flying part, I assume. So I can just say, like, right off the bat, this does feel like that lighter plastic. Doesn't bother me at all, but it doesn't feel like that harder plastic that you see on some of the other versions of the Transform that you see, like of course the deluxe series and stuff like that. And I guess that could be a thing, considering that this is a higher price. But I guess really what you're paying for the most part is just the fact that you're getting this collaboration between Back to the Future and Transformers, so it's unique. But look, I don't have a problem with that. Always looking for a deal. My whole thing is trying to get as much off as possible. But sometimes, you gotta just say at some point you gotta go and just get it. So, uh, just overall, it's really nice. Just looking over the paint and stuff like that, seeing what I see. Let's get in like extra close because that's really sweet. So we can go through it. So it has all the accents. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is from the version 2 because it looks like that. The one where they actually, like I said, my favorite movie, where they actually go to the future and then have the whole thing with Biff and his mom. It's like there's some dark and creepy stuff actually in that story if you really think about it. I love how you see the flux capacitor right here. Of course, underneath it is kind of funny when they have it where the head is right there. I guess it's not one where usually the head is turned around, but as I said, I would assume that this is the G1 inspired just because of how the simple transformation is. And I do realize that most of the transformation of the collaborations haven't been too hard. Like even like the Hiss tank and Bumblebee Jeep, which I still don't understand why they had Bumblebee as the Jeep. That seems kind of strange for me, but I definitely realized that it wasn't as hard as some of the other Transformer transformations that I've gone with. So let's look at the weapon that you have here. So this is his gun. That looks kind of cool. I actually kind of like how on the end it's kind of like a little shiny here, even though I really think it's, no, it is like that silver paint, so it is a little different. And I do like, if you look like how it looks, the Mist of Fusion. So that's kind of cool that it's actually the Mist of Fusion, because that would be on the back here. So I wonder if there's something that you can do with that. I didn't actually check the instructions yet to see if that's how it's done, but that gun is really cool. And then, the pole, like I said, for it to go on the back, and that's where it catches the lightning. So it was able to go, well, I guess, spoiler alert, it was supposed to be turning back to 1985, but that did not happen, and that's where you got Back to the Future 3. So let's put this on the turntable before we do the transformation to just get one more nice little look at it in its vehicle mode. All right, we're back. So I have to say, I'm gonna admit, like, I'm not one of those YouTubers that act like everything's perfect and I know everything. Like, my whole thing is I'm exploring it with you. So this, I didn't really look up any reviews. So I admit I didn't realize that all you have to do on the gun is take off the little top of it. So that's basically how you're able to put on the Mist of Fusion. And then you can put the gun underneath. So let me zoom out a little bit. So as you can see, that's where it is. So I basically just take the little Mist of Fusion part off of there, and then you can put that in here, and then you saw the Mist of Fusion fell off. But you see it has a little thing on the back, and I think it's where you can see it in the back. I think that's how it's supposed to be. But you can see the Mist of Fusion there. And then of course you can see that it has a lightning pole. So I don't know. Like I said, it just that it just looks sweet. Whenever it comes to something like this, I think it's one of those things where they know it's like the nostalgia. Like if you liked the movie, if you liked just a DeLorean itself, this is your chance to get that. Obviously there could be other parts where people say, oh well, it could have this, it could have that. But for me, look, they got me with the nostalgia. As I said, this is one of my favorite movies, so I think it's great. I think it looks sweet. I always say, at least for me, when I'm looking for Transformers, especially if I don't have an attachment from like G1 days or something, is I have to like at least one of the modes, either the vehicle mode or the robot mode. And in this case, I mean, the vehicle mode just looks sweet. I could leave it just like this. But of course, there is a robot mode as well. So let's transform it into that mode and then take a look. Quick thing, even though having the doors open kind of more exposes that there really isn't any, driving cockpit area, you can do it. So, I mean, especially, I guess, if you're doing like kind of a side view or a front view, you still have those, the doors opening like that. But honestly, I just think that when you look inside like that, it's not really appealing to like leave the doors open, which is kind of sad, but I understand maybe the limitations that they're dealing with. But, just for people that want to display, it's kind of limiting if you want to have the doors open like that. But technically you can. As you can see, you can have the doors open like that. So now we'll look at the robot mode. Here we're back with Gigawatt in its transformed robot mode. And I have to say, it was not a difficult transformation. Honestly, the hardest part to me was right here where you had the flux capacitor, because it says that you just flip it around. But when I was pushing on it, it really felt like I felt like I was gonna break it, because I really had to push on it to get it to flip. I thought it would be like a really easy flip, but it was not. So, for people that have this, let me know in the comments if that was an issue for you as well. I mean, like literally it was like opening the panels here, flipping down the legs, and then the chest plate here flips down. And actually now it's like, oh, I know why, because I have it locked, because basically you lock in the arms here, but basically you flip the hood down, and then see, like now, well, it can't go now because of the way it's flipped down, but this flips around from the other side, which I actually like that touch where you have the time there for going back, current time and future time, all that stuff. So I thought that was sweet. But yeah, the transformation itself was not difficult. As far as articulation, I mean, you do have a little bit more than a G1. Like you do have like able to bend backwards a little bit, so that's cool. And like it's it's slightly stiff at first, but nothing bad. You could play around with the feet a little, but I mean, not really. It's kind of just meant to be flat. But you can rotate the leg back and forth, at, I guess, the hip area. Same thing with the arm, pretty good rotation out. Of course, you can bend at the elbow. I think the hand doesn't move or anything. And you see I put the little Mr. Fusion back on there. And then the head itself actually has decent rotation. It can't really look down or up though. And it does kind of feel like it's a little close on the head. Like you see that? Like I thought it was maybe me, like it wasn't low enough. But I did make sure like it was low. So it just seems like it's kind of peeking out. But to be honest, I actually think that's kind of funny. Maybe, no, I was gonna say, like, does the head go up? Let me know if on yours, maybe I am missing something, but like if you look at it straight on, is it like that? Or do I have something off on the side? I don't think so, but hey, look, it's very possible. Like I said, I am not any expert at this, so I did drop the gun. But with the antenna here, you could put that basically in either of the holes here. I think on the package they have it down here, but I don't know, that seems a little bit too low. I kind of like the idea of having it up here. You still have that reach of it. And then of course and I think I'm pretty sure the gun too. Yeah, the gun too could go on the side if you wanted to. So you could do something like that, like if you're not in battle mode. So I have to say, honestly, I don't have a problem with it in robot mode either. As you see it turning around to the back, it's not terrible back here, because I think that even like the way the doors are like that, matching with the windshield, that's not bad. And that with all the sculpt and the detail they put down here, it actually doesn't look bad to have it like that. So I actually don't have a problem with it in either mode. And I think really having the flux capacitor thing here, I'm gonna get really close that you can see. So having the flux capacitor and time there, I actually just think that those little extra details makes the robot mode not look too like boring or generic. So I have to say, overall, I'm happy. I guess in its normal price, maybe that's a little bit too high based on what you get. But I mean, look, Hasbro knows what they're doing with these collabs. They know that people are gonna like to either have G.I. Joe or Ghostbusters, Jurassic Park. I mean, I saw Kit. I'm a huge Knight Rider fan, so I'm gonna get that. But I ain't paying full price, dog. That ain't happening. But I'll definitely be getting that once it drops in price. But picking this up for, like I said, I think I paid $40 altogether at the time. on Amazon. I was happy to get it at that price. Actually, wait, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think I'm wrong about Amazon. Let me just double check right quick because I want to make sure I have the right information for you guys. Because at first I thought it was Amazon, but now that I think about it, I think that I got it somewhere else. Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm sorry. I was wrong. So I got it from Big Bad Toy Store, and it was $33.99. So that's even better. I want to make sure I give credit where credit's due. So at least at the time of this recording, so I'm going to date it, unfortunately. So I'm recording this on 9/27/24, and on Big Bad Toy Store it's $39.99. So I actually got it on a little mini sale. So I was happy with that because, as I said, on Amazon it's like $56, Walmart $54. eBay is about $45, but then there's shipping and stuff. Now there is that $4 flat shipping with Big Bad Toy Store, but I think that was also when I picked up a couple of other items, and they always have decent sales going on. So $33.99, that's even better because you know me, if there ain't no discount, there ain't no deal, and that was a good discount. So Big Bad Toy Store gets big ups for that one. So I'm happy with this. I'm happy to have this part of my collection, and to be honest, I think that you will be happy to have it as part of yours. Hey, thanks for checking out the channel, and if you like what you've seen, please consider giving us a like, comment, a sub, all that stuff. It really helps the algorithm as we try to make a push to reach out to more collectors that, like me, like to get that discount, because you know how I say, no discount, no deal. Alright, catch you later.